Welcome to our Two Posh podcast. I'm Gabrielle here with my daughter Marcella.
Hello.
And our co-host Bernie.
Hello.
And Spider.
Hello.
We're missing Gino today. He can't be with us for a few weeks because he has important things to do as a tennis director at the country club. So hopefully we'll get him back soon.
You are missed.
And I feel it like I wanted to bring up two things that I thought were super important. And one of them was I want to do a show about it eventually, but it is Suicide Prevention Month.
That's right.
Yes.
September Suicide Prevention Week. I think it is extremely important. We actually have a friend that tried to commit suicide this week.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Didn't succeed, thank God.
How did you guys find out?
Well, he posted all kinds of things on social media and everyone was writing underneath. I was too. And then the next morning we found out that he took everything he had left on whatever pills and stuff, and he still survived though.
Wow.
And
That's impressive. That's super impressive.
and
He said that too.
Yeah, he said, I'm too dumb to kill myself, which is not, that person is not in a good place. And
Yeah.
I hope that he's getting the help that he needs. But there's a lot of people out there, like a mega church pastor, 31 years old, committed suicide.
No way.
When did that
2 days
happen?
ago, something like this. Yeah, it was a big story. I really want to do a show about it, but I didn't have enough time to prepare for this one. But
Yeah, because I think
we're going to keep
really
that in mind. Yeah. And the other thing, President Trump is banning the vaping, the flavored vaping,
Electric.
because there was this big story yesterday. There's 8 million people vaping in this country and 5 million kids vaping in this country. And the problem is that they made these tastes like bubblegum and candy flavor and cotton candy. So the kids are getting addicted to it and they're starting to have unbelievable issues, terrible like new lung diseases that no one even knows what to do with, people dying left and right, like people in ICU, young people, very young people. And
I have said that from the beginning.
yeah,
I mean,
me too.
I don't know why anybody like logically would think it's a good idea to inhale a vapor.
Well,
So dangerous.
No, 100%. But the thing is everyone's looking for new ways to make stuff like glorify these different things, right? So it's not quote unquote as unhealthy, and you're getting all the good stuff, and as opposed to the tar and the nicotine, or not the nicotine, but just the tar and the crap from cigarettes and whatnot. But I mean, it was a pretty, and the thing is, it's a pretty cool thought process. The other part is that you can vape. I mean, it's got a bad rap on it right now, I don't vape, but you can vape inside. Like I'd see people inside of grocery stores, inside of movie theaters.
It smells like bubblegum everywhere.
It didn't smell like, the other crap. So
I know, I just think it's really scary with children, especially. I mean, adults can do whatever they want, but and most parents don't know about it. They have no idea what damage it can do.
It doesn't smell like anything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I just wanted to actually do a show about that whole thing too, and about all the dangers of all of that. But the topic today is a lot more lighthearted, and we're gonna have more fun with that.
If it's what you put the picture up of earlier, I don't know if that's lighthearted or not.
Well, that is going to be actually a question for Miss Polly when we have her on in a little bit. But
I don't think that's fair.
Yeah, I know.
That, we have to turn around to see.
By the way, nobody knows this, but Bernie and I tried to turn around and look at a picture, and we literally got scolded by our mom.
I got my only hand smacked.
Do not turn around and look.
Oh my God, Bernie! Oh my gosh, that's amazing. So the topic today is a billionaire matchmaker reveals the 10 things elegant women should never do.
It's a good one.
I found this very interesting because, I'm from Europe. There's a lot of things that we get taught that as a woman you should never do. When I came to this country, a lot of the things just go out the window. A lot of people don't believe in that here. And I am always torn. Like I've been so Americanized lately that I throw a lot of stuff out, but I believe in almost all of these things.
I figured.
I'm curious to know, knowing that now that I've gotten a chance to know you, I'm curious to see what you agree with.
There are a lot of things.
So number 1 is never dress inappropriately.
What clarifies as inappropriate?
Yeah, it's all relative.
Elegant ladies are not trying too hard. They're not trying to sex it up as much as possible so they can get more eyeballs on them. They don't use these strategies as they don't have to. They know their elegance will make them stand out. They know their elegance is their superpower. That it actually gives them the attention they want, but most importantly, gives them the right attention. Elegant ladies do not wear clothes that are too tight. They wear clothes where you can place 2 things between the garment.
You are so
and the
screwed,
body.
Marcella. You're so
I failed at the first one.
You're not getting with a billionaire ever.
So that's a measuring stick. If you are unsure if your dress is too tight, you have to place 2 things between the garment and the body.
What?
2 things?
2 things.
Like
a water bottle.
that's really big though.
2 Kleenexes.
I could do that.
Yeah,
I get it, right? I think that if you're talking about we're talking a whole different spectrum.
Yeah, like the
billionaire.
princess.
Yeah, because I get it. I guess it makes sense because you're totally going through it. I mean, if you're a billionaire, you're just in a whole different
But is
pool of
it
women.
just a billionaire, or is it just what women should do to qualify as elegant?
Now he's a billionaire, right?
It's for to catch a billionaire, but in general, it is meant for that. And I'm going to just tell you, I do not agree with this one at all.
I mean,
I think it's silly. I think that, when you have a beautiful body, why can't you wear a beautiful dress that it's tight? Like, that's just silly to me. Why can't you, if you have beautiful legs, why can't you show them off? I think that's all dumb rule.
And you can't wear those things forever. So while it's looking good, you might as well wear it. Unless you're Jennifer Lopez and she just doesn't, she gets younger.
Well, there are, so, I'm more amongst the opinion of, sexier stuff, right? But there are a lot of like super high fashion types of sexier. I'm using Chanel or Louis Vuitton or whatever, that they have some sexier clothing that I guess you could wear that's more elegant, I guess.
Yeah.
But you're also talking a totally different price point on stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And
Way different.
Totally.
For one dress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had my ex-wife once. This was before we were married, and we had a little breakup, whatever. And we got back together, and she showed me these new shoes she got. And I guess one way she dealt the breakup, she shopped, and there were these. I think they were $1,300. I know y'all like have all this stuff, but to me, I was thinking that's insane.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick would agree with you. I don't. I think it's cool.
I think most men would.
Yeah, but the other thing I think is, women can get some really great outfits for nothing. For
true, too.
So cheap.
Yes.
So, but I guess compare it on the.
And I feel like, what was it? Don't dress too sexy or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that is, it depends on who you ask.
Like it's subjective, right?
Yeah, that's what I couldn't think of. Subjective to who you ask, because, and then do you care if your girlfriend dresses sexy? Does it bother you? Are you weird about it?
Not even kind of. Not even kind of.
Yeah.
I like it. I prefer it. Because, she's with me, so I don't really care.
Exactly.
So that's my opinion.
And I feel like if you feel confident and you look good, then that's all that matters. Like, I dress for myself. I really am not dressing for other people.
Me too.
I do.
You look very sexy, Sweater.
I look like I'm homeless, like I rolled out of bed, and then some days I don't. And I don't know. I feel like you need to do you. Now, there's some fashions that, like, when you wear a bra and a skirt out, I don't know if that's I wouldn't do that.
A bra and a skirt? Like
that's been like the thing. I feel like I've seen.
I also on Seinfeld 20 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I also don't think. If you don't have the body for it, then don't do it. It's not.
Sure.
That's not good.
I think the worst thing that I see, I don't care what anybody's body look like. This is a horrible fashion thing. Is this mom jean?
Crap. I knew that was coming. The high waisted.
Stupid. It's dumb. So stupid. It's so unattractive. I don't give it.
It makes you have a long butt.
Yes, I don't understand it. Like you see the Kardashians, whoever. I think there's not one person ever
that can pull it off.
Has rocked that and can pull it off. Nobody.
Yeah, the high waisted.
high-waisted?
Yes, it looks stupid.
Really?
stupid.
A high-waisted skirt with a tucked
Not
in
skirt.
blouse?
That's different.
Jeans.
He's saying
mom
jeans.
jeans. No.
Okay,
High-waisted,
okay.
that's a totally different thing. I'm
Okay,
talking
okay.
about just the mom jeans.
The mom jeans,
Oh,
like
got
the
it.
It
buttons
makes
coming up
everybody's
here.
Yeah, no,
it's
bad.
so
That
dumb
is
looking.
bad.
And then the line in their butt makes them look like they have a long
No,
butt.
yes.
Who came
No,
out
no,
with
no,
that?
no, I
Who
don't
tried to
know.
bring that back?
That's terrible.
It's
I
horrible.
agree. No.
So anyway,
So the next point would be never speak carelessly. You're supposed to
think before you talk.
think before you talk.
That's not fun.
Yeah.
No, but it's
Not
like
at
use the
all.
right words. Like be classy. Don't like say I'm going to the toilet or something. Like say,
yeah.
I'm
Take a
gonna- that.
That would never come out of my mouth.
Oh, that's so funny.
Like there's a way that you can speak in a classy way, and you don't have to use like certain. I don't know.
Yeah, like what you
things.
just said.
That especially.
I dated someone who would talk like that. I'm gonna
What?
go take a dump. It was like,
Is that that was kind of weird, right?
yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. Okay.
Like,
It's
just go
so
take a- just go-
unattractive.
Go use your bathroom.
It's like-
I don't even know about it.
It's so
Yeah, that's-
ridiculous.
we don't even have to talk
Gotta go
about
take
it.
It's funny. It's like such a guy word.
Yeah.
I gotta go take a dump. Like that is
Wow.
nasty. Yeah, not very sexy at all.
No.
We didn't last very long.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because see, guys don't like that.
No.
No swearing. That's a given.
No,
Oh, I feel-
swearing's okay.
I feel
I'm okay with swearing.
I have a bad mouth.
Yeah,
Horrible.
like it doesn't bug me at all. That
I prefer it.
Did you know they say that people who swear a lot, they are the most
Intelligent.
honest
Oh.
and the most intelligent? Like they're
I don't know.
yeah, because you'll say fuck whenever, and you
I
like
get
to
told
say
that. I get told the opposite, that I'm not intelligent because I don't use words
Like
except
fudge?
for fuck. Yeah. No, just not like I'll say fuck or shit instead of whatever I'm talking about. And like, yeah, that's just dumb, man. Oh, whatever.
it doesn't bug me because I'm just there. Also, I have a horrible mouth.
Do you?
I'll be in church and I will say some stuff, and it's not because I'm trying to be like that immature kid who talks, just curses. I curse. So
I do too. So I failed at that one too.
and so
1 and 2.
Stacy does too. Stacy has a horrible potty mouth. I didn't love it. It's not.
I don't for the most part.
I've never heard
If
you curse
I
ever.
do,
Oh, no.
it's usually not
You
good.
haven't
Well,
been on the show long enough then.
Also,
I heard
though,
you curse.
growing up, if she said the F word, you were like,
It was serious.
"Oh my, she's gonna murder me."
Yeah.
Like,
No, like
we're
at
in
first,
big
when we
trouble.
started the show, you didn't very much. Now I think you do
It's a
more.
little more,
It's-
yeah.
But at first,
I don't
it was
say it
like
in
real
conversation,
quiet.
though.
Yeah,
It's
no,
when
she
I'm
reads
reading.
it.
that's true.
There's a difference. Like if I'm reading it,
Really?
Fair point.
but I don't say it usually.
Yeah,
I don't think
I'm
you
real
hear
bad.
me ever say it.
I can't think of a time I've heard you curse. I hear you curse all the time. I definitely hear you curse all the time, and I curse all the time. But
Yeah.
I don't think I've even. I don't think I've heard you. I'm trying to
When
go
she's
to
real
Gino.
mad too, she'll be like that or that shit. Like, and she's very like, she has a hard T on the shit. And you're like, oh, she's pissed.
she is. Really
I am not
mad.
going to put up with that shit. And I'm like, oh, she's mad. My mom's really mad. That's when I hear
That's
it.
so funny.
That is funny. But like Patrick and I, when we fight, I think the worst I've ever said was, "You're such a jerk." Like that's it.
Does he curse?
No, not at me.
No. Just
No.
does he
Just in
curse?
general.
Oh yeah, but not like crazy. More now, like, but at first he didn't at all because he knew I didn't.
Yeah.
But at me, never. No. But neither did her dad. No
Yeah.
one has ever said bad words to me because I can't even. But I think it's probably because I don't. Like it makes people uncomfortable. I don't know.
I have no problem swearing around you.
No, it's
I don't
no, but
either.
you would,
But
would you
at her,
swear
though.
me?
At you?
Yeah.
Would,
Like you're a bee or like.
I can't think of a situation that I would. No.
No, not at all.
We can test that out though.
but I really want to record on Sundays.
Fuck that.
There you go. Everybody needs their one day.
I know, right?
That's so funny.
What's sad is I still work on that day, just not with other people.
Oh man,
24/7.
I know. Just every other week with us. That would be great.
You're talking to the wrong guy.
I know.
Anyway, continue.
Never upload provocative pictures online.
Boo.
We're talking
Now
online.
again, situational.
Are you talking
What?
online or to like texting him to your significant other?
There's nothing wrong with showing your skin, and I'm not here to shame women, she says, but if you're trying to be elegant and you want to have the branding of an elegant lady, then these kind of shots do not go hand in hand.
Yeah.
She suggested that a classy bikini or swimwear picture is fine, But if you're there posing on the sand, touching yourself, showing off your assets, then ladies, that's not going to make you look elegant.
Marcella, you're just fucked all over the
I
place today,
felt
aren't
that one too. I'm never getting with a billionaire.
Marcella, you're not laying on the beach touching yourself.
Well, no,
You're taking
but-
classy bikini pictures.
Oh, I know, but I'm sure that again,
It doesn't pass?
situational.
No, so I agree. I agree. It's situational. So I wouldn't like. I dated this one girl right after I got divorced, and she was a trainer, and she was like a bikini pro. Blah 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 blah. And she'd always post these provocative pictures, and it'd be different if that's what she did. Like you do that.
Yeah.
This is what you do for a living,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
It's one of
yeah.
your jobs. She was a trainer, so there's no
reason.
there's no I always have to laugh because people who do this and there's no benefit to them, they're like an Instagram model or Facebook model. I think it's the stupidest thing.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think most people would agree, except for the douchebag guys who are like, "Oh yeah, post those pictures."
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
But-
No, I agree with you.
And I think there's a way to do it. Like there's not like a teasing way, but it's like, you don't have to turn around and bend over and show your whole ass, but you can do like the side
Part
or
of that.
the part of it, or I don't know. There's just a way to like do it.
But
that's-
you are doing exactly
Yeah.
that. So to keep it classy, it never shows up. I mean, if you pay attention to it, it's always done classy, just showing off the product.
Yeah.
And if you have a body like you,
Thanks. But also there are those like fitness people though and yoga people, and then you have the people who are very free with their body and don't feel like being like nude as like a sexual thing. I follow a lot of yoga people who will wear like a leotard that's like really high cut, and then they'll do some crazy yoga thing, and I don't think I'm not looking at it sexually, but I guess some people might feel like that's not
But
classy.
in there, wouldn't you say there's a difference though? There's people who look at that and they do it's just part of the outfit, part of their vibe, whatever. And there's people who are dying for that attention.
Yes.
We've talked about this before.
For sure.
And people who are just they need that attention. They need the likes. They need all the stuff. And so
Yeah.
I think it's a different thing.
It's kind of scary that you
But
have to have it.
It says a lot about someone who needs that type of attention. They're not dating material at all. Ever.
exactly. How about do not have bad habits? I'm big on this one. I'm for all this. Do not have certain tics or bad habits. Cracking your fingers, for example. I can't stand it for so many reasons. I think it is so unladylike. It is not
Really?
elegant. Besides that, eventually as you get older, your knuckles will get super big. You will have man hands, which is, I've seen it. It's a thing.
I've seen some man hand, gorilla hand women.
Well,
but I've never
They probably
been
crack
that.
their knuckles.
You crack your knuckles?
I crack my hips.
'Cause you just
She used to crack her knuckles.
gorilla hips if you don't watch it.
Yeah, right. No, I pop, but I think it's from dance. I pop other parts of myself.
It is
I
very
wish I could pop stuff. I'm everything's tight except my neck.
But you're a guy, so this is fine. Do you?
I can't do anything. I'm old.
So cracking your fingers, cracking your neck, very unattractive.
Why?
Pulling
Why the neck?
because you sit there and you start cracking your neck like this just looks
And I
crazy.
thought about that.
I mean, it's really crazy. I've seen people do it and go, "What are you doing right now?"
Now I'm going to notice it.
Yeah, you're gonna notice with
I'll never crack anything around you.
Right.
pulling on your clothes all the time, twirling your hair all the time.
I had a girl. So checks out the twirling the hair thing.
Oh, my best friend is a hair twirler.
I had a girl when I was in hair school who she was gorgeous. She was one of my clients. She did pageants. And she had this nervous tick of curling her hair, but she tore
Rip
her
it
hair
out.
ripped it out.
So
I'm
a
talking-
dance teacher used to do
That's
that.
crazy. I mean, and it was like an entire patch.
Yes.
But she was pretty, but she suffered from anxiety so badly. I'd never seen anything like it. To this day, I've never
Really?
seen. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of my best girlfriends takes one piece of hair and she will twirl that thing like crazy, Nicole. And then I had another one who used to twirl it at the top and then tap her finger on it. And actually so much that she got like a callus
What?
on her hand. Yeah. Insane. Like these twirling the hair thing. I don't twirl my hair, but
Marcella's first dance teacher did the same thing, and
And
I would
pulled it
always
out.
sit outside and watch it and go, "What is she doing to her hair? Oh my god!" She freaked me out. Like
Yeah.
what you say?
It was crazy.
Yeah, it's bad habits, and everyone stop it.
What else?
All right.
I mean, especially the cracking of the knuckles. I cannot handle it on women. It is just so terrible.
So ladies, if you want a billionaire, don't twirl your hair.
And don't crack your fingers. My goodness, so terrible.
Isn't that kind of nitpicking, that one?
No, that
like
is
that.
not nitpicking.
No.
That is a bad habit that you should stop, and it will
Fair
make
enough.
your hands ugly on top of it.
See, look, I've been cracking, and look what this happened.
Bernie
It's just gone.
lost his hand in a
It's no
drive-by
longer
shooting.
here.
Not from cracking his knuckles.
Nah.
People are going to be like, oh my God.
So on the YouTube channel, go look at his hand. Show it off, Bernie. There you go.
Cracked.
Can we crack those?
We can, but it's expensive. You break these.
Yeah,
You crack
right.
them, you break them.
You
no.
see? Don't crack any.
That's right.
Yeah.
Not even the fake one.
That's right. It's all expensive.
Another big one that I am 1000% in favor of. Never chase men. Ever.
Oh, yeah. I've learned that a long time ago.
Or women.
Nope. Guys can chase women all they want.
That's-
Do not.
that's-
Elegant ladies know they are high caliber women who don't need to chase men. Sure, we can help men along the way with very silent and invisible hints, but we do not keep messaging them first, calling them first, asking, can we meet? When do you have time for me? We stay put, and if they're interested and they propose it well, we might accept the invitation. Never sell yourself short.
I never
Big one.
I never ever had an issue like asking someone out if I wanted to go out with them. Like it was never a big deal for me.
How do you feel about girls that are chasing you?
It depends. So what it depends on is if full transparency. If there's a connection, if they're good looking, if I'm attracted to them, I say good looking. If there's someone that I'm not attracted to, it's gonna kind of fall on deaf ears, that chasing. But if it's someone that I'm attracted to, I don't make it that hard I don't believe in that whole thing of like, don't call them for a week or whatever guys do. Like, I think it's stupid. I don't do that.
Oh, for guys to do that to girls.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But we very much believe that, like, I would never call a guy first, text a guy first. I'm not asking for a number. I would never ask out ever. Never.
Have you never asked anyone out?
Never.
No.
Really?
Never in my life.
No.
And I've
Well,
never.
I don't even ask Patrick out.
Well,
now.
here's the thing. The thing is this, is if you're not going to ask the guy, which is fine, you just need to make sure that they know there's an open door for interest there so that they want to ask out. Because if they don't get the vibe that you're interested, like if there's ever anyone I was ever interested in and I didn't get the vibe that they were interested, I'm not even trying.
But I think that's different. Like, I've
That's
had
different.
someone say, or be like, hey, why don't you call me? And I'm like, no, here's my number. You can call me.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to call you.
to.
No.
That's
yeah.
why.
No.
Did they call?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it was actually Lee asked me after the Statler, and he was like, here, why don't you call me? And I was like, no, it's okay. Here's my number. You can call me. And he still talks about it to this day, that it was like, he was like, oh, okay. Like, I'll call you.
And look at you guys now. So cute. So cute.
Yeah, no way. Never, ever, ever. If a guy, like, say you really like, this is where it gets interesting. Say you go date someone and you then become a couple, and 4 months, 5 months into the relationship, and the guy doesn't call you, the girl should never call. Like, you wait. Doesn't matter
What?
if you're in a relationship. 1
I
million
disagree
percent.
100%.
No.
Because what ends up happening is, so if the guy's had a bad day
Uh-huh.
and you guys just aren't going to call him being called,
No, I would never.
That's never going to work.
She's more
She
extreme with
does
that part.
show-
of
You
it.
don't
does
count
too.
because you're married. You don't get to count now.
I did that
Yours
my
worked
whole
out
life.
great. I know, but that's just not
That is
it wouldn't
too.
work now.
Yes, because you get treated a different way.
No, I don't see.
Yes, you
I
do.
hear what you're saying. I
I love
totally
this
comprehend it.
argument right now.
No, I comprehend it. Right?
I like
There's
I like
chivalry and there's that stuff there, but like for example, for me, if I hadn't called someone, I'm just having a bad day, and then I don't hear from them, and I don't hear from them, and I don't hear from them. I think it would be a turnoff for me. Like, it just because what can't, in my mind, this is in my mind, it can't be for a relationship to be equal to work. It can't be I feel like that'd be too lopsided. I got to do everything. I got to make the call. I got to do the initiation, and I couldn't date someone like that. I'd want to know that someone also wanted to chase me around as much, not in a game way, but just I want to feel equally wanted.
She's a little more extreme than I am. I feel like once you've established
Correct.
a relationship and you guys kind of, you know where it's at. I don't chase the guy either, but if I'm thinking of them or I'm not busy and I haven't heard, I might call and just say, hey, I just want to say hi and then I'd wait. I wouldn't call again. But
No, if I know that he has a bad day or something, I'm not going to say I'm never calling. Plus, you have children. I mean, sometimes I have to, which I hate. And the worst part of all is this whole entire cell phone situation, because before cell phones, you can go completely missing and you can find out if they're really caring about you. But now they can call other people, like your children. Where's your mother? That's not right. You're getting in the middle of my situation. Don't answer.
Man, that's interesting. I hear you for sure. I don't know. I mean,
I just don't think the initial. I don't agree with the girls doing the first part, but definitely. And I think it's cute too when you're like, no, I can't. I'm busy. And they're like, and they figure out a way to make it happen. I think that's cool too for guys to do that. You know what I mean? Like, no, I can't. They're like, well, I'm here. So you're going out with me. You're like, what? Like never giving them a chance to really say no, I guess.
Yeah, I've always asked everyone I've ever went out with, I've asked except for one person asked me out. And
you're not together.
They're not together at all. So, but no, I have no problem asking someone out. I
can't even imagine you would.
No, I can't either.
No, I mean,
no.
Go out with me, please. Circle yes or no.
No, Bernie. No.
Damn it. I was kidding anyways. You're stupid.
All right. How about never have aggressive body language? This can be anything from the tone of your voice, your gestures. Maybe you're grabbing things too harshly, or when walking, you stomp with your feet. And when you open doors, you're kind of just slamming them open. Having a very strong and aggressive presence is not doing you any favors when it comes to elegance. You don't have to be this little soft piece of cotton wool, but you do have to soften up if you're prone to this sort of aggression.
I don't even think that's a billionaire dating. I think that's just dating in general, because either way, for guys that way, or for girls that way, that's just not attractive at all. Ugh.
The stomping. I've actually seen people out in public, like they're having a fight and she stomps off. I'm like, you look so stupid right now.
You guys are seeing, I've only seen it with girls, and they're like clapping in someone's face, like they're aggressively clapping. You know what I'm talking about? It's the craziest thing.
Like very close to their face?
Yeah. Like they're talking in their face and like they're clapping, right, like dramatic. And
I'm a clapper when I talk, but I don't mean it like in an aggressive way.
So it's a clapper.
Can you demonstrate this, Earth?
Well, I think like I just talk with my hands. We all know this already. I get made fun of about it all the time. But like I might be so talking like this, but it's not like I wouldn't be like, pay attention to me. I just talk like that.
Oh no, I'm talking about like, because
clap on.
Yeah, that's like, but it's like right in someone's face.
Oh no,
like it's the most aggressive. Yeah, it's crazy.
I've had that done to me, but not by a man, but a woman, dance mom actually. I was like, please just hit me so I can like smack you right back.
Would you be like aggressive in a fight? Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell everyone what you did in the car the other day.
Do tell.
Oh. No, this was funny. I think it was appropriate.
We'll be the judge of that, ma'am.
Are you talking about yesterday morning?
Yes.
Yesterday morning, I was going to Pilates at 8:00.
You were feeling zen at this point.
So early. No, what I did, I smiled the whole time. I was very early. I was looking in my rearview mirror. I really don't know what I did, but next thing I know, this fat bitch comes up next to me and she's like, and she gave me this finger and I was like, and then she tried to speed off. Now, what she didn't what she didn't realize is that we had to be on this same like street for a while. So I was like, oh, no. And I drove all the way. I found her and I would sit next to her at every single red light. And I would roll down my window and I would smile and I kept blowing her kisses and waving. And she just sat like this.
That's so
uncomfortable and so upset. And my mom's like, you're going to get shot. And I was like, no, she's a fat bitch. She's not. But don't flip me off and me not come like make you feel uncomfortable. So I guess I was angry-ish, but I thought if I smiled at her, she would feel better.
How great would have been if you guys would have pulled into the Pilates class together.
Right? Oh my gosh.
I thought you were going to say that.
She definitely didn't look like Pilates.
No, not at all. Dude, that's crazy.
She was just she had a really bad morning, I guess. So I just thought if I smiled at her,
send her kisses
and blow her kisses.
Blow her kisses. Love you.
I love you. And she kept trying to like go away from me. And I was like, no.
You don't have any idea what you did?
Huh?
You don't have any idea what you did?
I really don't. I typically would tell you, like, maybe I was looking at my phone, but at this moment I was looking in my rearview mirror. So I don't know. And I wasn't the first one at the light. So it's, you know, like sometimes people get really mad when the light turns green and you don't like slam on the gas. But I really am not sure what made her so angry. I can't remember. Maybe I blacked out. I don't know.
Pretty girl, fat lady.
Yeah, maybe it was that.
Yeah.
No, but if you get me mad enough, we've talked about it. I think I'm a psycho. If you make me mad enough.
I think everybody has the ability to be a little bit of psycho. I think everybody has that ability to be a little bit of psycho.
Yeah.
Even you guys.
Oh, no, I do.
She is. Trust
I
me.
do. I have it. I'm not hiding it.
It's
terrifying.
so terrifying because you're so sweet. And
terrifying.
like, calm about everything.
Terrifying. No, I'm talking like when it starts, you're like, I'm sorry. And she's like, nope. Like you woke up this
like
animal.
what's it like when you're
scary?
like,
Scary.
like what do you when you get to the point that push to that point?
It's been a long time, but I don't know. I think I've told that story before. Her dad used to make me so mad. I threw a whole ketchup bottle that exploded all over the place. I can throw things, not like Marcelo, but
even when you get mad at like us or like one time Jolie got in trouble not too long ago, maybe a year or so ago, and Gina was like, I have anxiety like just hearing like somebody else get in trouble. So she can be scary.
What'd you do?
I mean, I don't beat them or anything. I just like, I will not let them. I don't even beat them. And
Just a little bit?
Nope.
No.
I mean, unless you're really crazy, I can smack you in the face.
It will be with a plastic ketchup bottle, not the glass.
No, it has. I mean, I've slapped every single one of them has gotten slapped in the face once. Marcella probably 3 times.
At least 3 times. My mom.
Probably.
So my mom is so chill and sweet. She doesn't ever like lose her shit. And I remember when I was younger, she would smack me, and her smack was like she's so innocent. Her smack was like a really innocent. Like, it was not hard at all. Yeah, like a puppy thing.
Lucky you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
My mom grew up on a farm, and I had multiple bloody noses that were they were not on purpose. Oh. She just didn't know her strength.
That's crazy.
Oh my God.
Patrick will talk about that. His mom, when she would get mad, she would have these big cocktail rings.
Oh.
And she would like hit him on the head with
Yep.
them,
Ow.
like really hard.
And if you have a hat on and get you on that button.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I had
Yeah.
a friend's mom that would do that to me.
And one of my best
Your
friends.
friend's mom?
Oh, really? One of my
God.
best friends has always hit and beat
spoon.
all her kids with a wooden spoon.
Her
Yeah.
friend that she's talking about, if we got in trouble enough, she'd be like, I'm going to send you there. And you're like, no, don't send me to her.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Next point to be elegant is never have bad posture. Elegant ladies would never slouch and walk around with a curved back or sit with a curved back. Imagine a lady has the honor of wearing this beautiful, expensive designer dress and then she's sitting there as a hunchback.
The defeated look.
How wrong is that? That's so out of place and reduces every single penny spent on that dress and
that's
ruins
not
her
sexy.
image.
That's not sexy at all. I've been fortunate. I've never dealt with anyone who's just like a slouchy, slobby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jolie
down
has
with the-
terrible posture. I'm always on her case. I make my kids wear
No
broomsticks.
kids. You didn't
Really?
do that to me.
She
Yes, I
beat
did
you with
that
it.
to
She
you
beat you with the
too.
broomstick. She didn't make you wear it.
No. They all had to wear a broomstick in between your arms so that puts your shoulders
Really?
back. Yes, I did it to all of them.
Yeah, but I feel like for me, dance is what made me sit up
I know.
straight.
Then later, I mean, you are the one with the best posture, but you still had to wear a broomstick.
I don't remember that.
How long would you make them wear the broomstick?
Like 10 minutes a day, just so that they would get used to what the shoulders are supposed to feel like.
How'd you come up with that? That's a great idea.
I should do that with my students, actually.
Yeah, it's a European thing. It was a normal thing.
Interesting.
Like when they make you walk with a book on your head, like when you're a princess.
Yeah.
Your princess training.
Yeah.
All the time.
Spotter and I was practicing before you guys walked in. It was good.
Never be desperate. Elegant ladies are never desperate, and I mean for anything. We're not desperate for men, for friendships or networking or opportunities, or food or anything really. Because as soon as you start being desperate for things, you're selling yourself short. You have to always keep your head high and be focused on your goals, but you can never act with desperation. As soon as you start sending that desperate vibe out to the universe, people pick it up and it's not doing you a favor. It's actually putting people off from you. The chances of achieving your goal will be smaller as now you have desperate written all over you.
I could agree with that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I agree. with that too.
I think everyone has the ability, just the same way to be crazy and psycho. I think everybody has the ability, depending on the situation, to feel desperate.
Yes.
And,
I agree with you.
You start dating someone who can bring out, I mean, you've had these conversations before and other podcasts where you date the wrong person, they bring out a certain vibe. Like, every guy you ever dated except for the new one.
It's actually very true.
I'm totally kidding. Even me. I mean, girls I've dated, up until now, that can evoke this insane, insecurity which can make you look desperate. But I think everybody, no one.
It's 1,000,000%. Like I can always compare it with, it happened to me when Marcella's dad, when everything fell apart basically, and my kids had a really great life and they were in all the best things. Marcella had the dance career, like, prepared for her basically. Gino had tennis career prepared for her, and then everything fell apart. So Marcella's situation was great because she got to work to dance. She was at that age, but Gino wasn't at that age, and I refused. I wouldn't even go and ask for anything. We just removed ourselves because I never wanted to look desperate. Might have been a mistake because I think they would have given him something, but I just couldn't be desperate. I couldn't. So I just rather remove myself of the situation.
Yeah.
It's that whole feeling is never.
It's a terrible.
And I think everybody feels it. It's just where you let it come out.
Right.
Do that privately.
Yeah. Right.
Well, then some people can't control themselves.
Yeah.
They just can't control themselves privately.
Exactly.
That's true.
Yeah. It's really, really.
That's what this
your
is
emotions, like controlling your emotions, is a very hard thing. Like,
right.
It
to
really
not freak out sometimes.
Yeah, it is, because when you're going through it, if it's real, you're the only one going through it. Like, I know when I'd go through certain things, certain situations, and we all try to empathize or try to sympathize, like, oh, I'm so sorry, it's going to be okay, and so on and so forth. And there was a story about a friend of mine who did it with the same thing, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck about that friend. I'm going through this stuff myself, so I don't give a shit that they're doing great now. They can suck it,
right?
But it's interesting. Nobody wants to feel that, but man, it sucks when you do. Big time. So I don't know if that's. I think there's facts to that. No one wants to come off that way, but anyways, I can come with all sorts of stories. But I had this one person I dated, and she was married before to a billionaire. This guy was with a B, billionaire, and she was pretty, but she they were married. They were divorced 10 or 12 years before we started dating. So,
that was so wild.
It was wild. She was a multimillionaire. She got FU money in the divorce. And the crazy insecurity that this girl had from dating this billionaire who did not give a fuck. She would tell me stories about she'd pull into their house and he'd be hammered, or, he's on drugs, whatever. And there'd be call girls at their house when she'd pull up, and he didn't care. Like, it was like crazy shit. So this really pretty girl was to this day.
Well, that is hard too, because I have had to, not in that, that extent, but when somebody damages you like that, though, that can be very hard.
It hurts.
Yeah. And then when you get with other people, they leave these lasting, maybe little triggers. Like, I think that, but you have to be careful with that. But I think this would be more just that desperate behavior, like to be with somebody maybe. It's funny enough. I saw this thing on Instagram today, and I don't know why I copied it, but it said, it's not love that you're afraid of. It's the fear that everyone else is just like the last person who destroyed you. Right. It's true. It's not really fair to other people, but it's, you get damaged by people sometimes.
That is for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
And hurt people usually hurt people, they say.
Hurt people. So, that is true.
All right.
Now,
back on top.
Well, what I want to do is I find it very important that we talk about this. I think it's important for women to know some of these rules. And there's actually enough. I want to do a second show about it, just because there's many more points about it.
So this is part one.
This is part one, but this is the time that we are going to call Miss Polly, because we have to have this is experiment time. We're going to get to see her on screen the first time ever.
This is Penis and Pussy Talk with Miss Polly.
What screen are you looking at for her?
On
this one.
Hi.
Hi,
Miss Polly.
Oh my God, let me see. So cool.
That's so great.
There we go.
How exciting.
Look at all the pink. You got pink last weekend. You got pink shirt on now.
Miss Polly
It
loves
may or
pink.
may not be my favorite color.
I'm just saying.
I got pizza grease all over my pink shirt. I got to get a new one now.
Oh boy.
Did you?
It was worth it though.
What's wrong with that?
Hey,
Okay, Miss Polly, the question for you today is, would you ever get so angry that you would consider cutting someone's penis off?
Whoa!
Because let me explain. There was a North Carolina woman that just got arrested after she allegedly tied up her husband and cut off his penis.
Wow.
What'd he do?
Allegedly.
yeah.
That's
That's
What
an
did he
easy, that's
do?
an easy one to figure out.
Allegedly.
She bite it off or did she cut it off?
cut it.
How did
So
she tie him up?
She Lorena bobbited him.
That's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say. What did she did? Say what she did or what he did?
Did he cheat?
I don't know what he did. I just know that the people that arrived, that would be like your brother Ralph, Bernie.
Yeah.
They picked up the penis and put it on ice and rushed it to the hospital.
Sew it back.
I just sew it back on.
Can you
Yeah.
even do that?
Yeah.
Yes,
happened
you
probably.
can.
Lorena
Yes.
Bobbitt's. What was his name? The Bobbitt guy.
John.
John Wayne Bobbitt. became
Oh,
a
you
porn
remember?
star.
He went into porn. Yep. He went.
Yep,
into porn
he went
afterwards.
into porn.
No
Yeah.
way.
Just to show everybody that his dick still worked.
Yep.
Good for him.
Yes,
That's
he
right.
did.
So,
Well-
Miss Polly, would you?
What?
No. I'm sorry. I just don't even see myself ever getting. I mean, I don't care what you did. I think. Well, okay. Let me say that. I don't know. I have a feeling that I would be pissed off enough for a child molester to say cut his dick off.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I'm
But
all
there-
about that.
I think it's more appropriate to castrate, personally. You know, make
We
it so he
concur.
can't get an erection. But then again, here's the thing. Even if you cut his dick off and he's a child molester, he will use some other way.
Oh my gosh.
So he just cut
that
his
doesn't
dick off
say-
and then cut his head off. Yeah, problem solved.
Well, there you go. There you go. Problem solved.
That's right.
Oh
Moving
my
on.
gosh.
Just
I
cut it
can't
all off.
imagine. Like, I'm like, really? Just
Well, I'm not going to get in trouble because
Exactly.
of you. Like, I
Right.
think the best thing would be to leave.
exactly.
Exactly. Say thanks, but never mind.
I'm
This
curious.
is her, by the way.
No, and that doesn't surprise.
Oh my God,
she
she's
looks like the type
scary.
of person. She looks like
This
she's on
happened at
meth.
4 a.m. in
She
the
looks
morning.
like she did it on meth. What did she? What was?
Yeah, she does.
Yeah. What's her name? I'm gonna look this over yet.
Oh my goodness.
Me
Her
too.
name is Victoria Thomas Frabbit.
Victoria.
Thomas Frabbit. F-R-A-B, but B-U-T-T.
B-U-T-T.
Thomas.
But she cried in court and her bail was raised to $500,000.
Wow.
And she
From
told
what was it before?
She told the 911 operators that a pruner, good for pruning roses, was used to cut his penis off.
Oh my
That's-
gosh.
She tied him up first.
See, that's good.
That's
And then she said she couldn't even get enough blood to make the sign of the cross.
What?
This person is psychotic.
And the motive
She
remains
is.
unclear. But
She's just crazy. That's her motive.
She's crazy, for sure.
Crazy.
Totally.
Why?
Yeah, that's crazy because she kidnapped him.
she told authorities that he was just dandy when asked if he was still breathing. So could you die from getting your penis cut off?
You lost enough blood.
Well, you could
Absolutely.
have lost enough blood. Yeah. There you go.
Oh man!
Wow.
If it bleeds out, there you go.
Oh.
so
Bye-bye.
her charge is malicious castration.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Did
Dude,
she get
that's
his
insane.
balls too?
I don't think she. I don't
No,
know.
just the
Said balls.
penis part.
Then it's
I mean,
not
does it really matter?
castration. Then it's-
Balls,
well,
no penis. You're still.
I'm
fucked.
I'm arguing semantics because I'm like, okay, well, it's balls. It would be castration, but it's his penis, so it's not really castration. But
Oh,
Poor guy.
Well, I know I would not do that. Miss Polly would not do that. Mom, would you do that?
I would never do that. No,
That is
absolutely
insane.
not.
I would.
well, I don't think that Bernie or Spider or any of the guys would probably do that either.
I
Would you cut off
castrate
your
someone.
own penis?
What in the world? I would
Oh my
castrate some
gosh.
dude if for the same thing you said about molestation.
Child molester?
Yeah, hell yeah,
Oh my god.
Yeah,
absolutely.
All
especially
right.
if it's your kid.
So
Yeah.
Oh,
it's crazy.
goodness.
I can't even believe that happened. Now let's go to the question of the day. And we didn't play our jingle.
No, we didn't. We can put it in afterwards.
Okay.
Oh, not playing. Hold on.
Play.
So many things going on.
The two posh girls ask the question of the day.
The question of the day is it normal to ask someone how many people they slept with before you when you start dating them?
I think that's a stupid question.
Say that again.
I hate that question.
Is it normal to ask someone how many people they slept with before you?
I think it's normal when you're 19 or 18.
Yeah.
I think as an adult,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. Because I don't want to know. I don't want to know what kind of slut you were before we did. I don't want to know.
Also, does anybody ever tell the truth? Like, there's somebody.
No.
Yeah.
Or maybe to extend it or make it. But I mean, you asked that question. I mean, I feel like most people wouldn't be so honest.
No, I haven't had anyone ask me that question in.
I don't know if I can gout that high.
Boom.
That's a good answer.
Does your sister count? No. Okay. Your sister, your mom? No. Okay. No, not at all. I think you're asking for problems.
Of course you
Because I don't give a
are.
shit how secure you are. You found out your sweet girl has blown like 30 guys or had sex with like 100 people. That wouldn't be my sweet girl anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
What I don't know makes it easier to still see that person
Much
as
better.
sweet, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So
I would never. Mm-mm.
I remember we asked Milani when he came on. He's a gay stripper porn star, and he said
Triple
his number
threat.
was in the thousands.
I don't
of
believe
people.
that.
I
do.
do.
I don't believe
I do.
that.
You weren't here for that. I believe.
I believe that too.
I do too.
He's also in porn, so
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, I mean, there you
gay
go.
stripper
I
porn
thought
star.
it was just a normal everyday
Wasn't
person.
Oh, no,
Gene
gay
Simmons
stripper-
from
I'm sorry.
from Kiss?
He doesn't
said
kind of.
thousands,
He's thousands.
right?
Yeah. Wilt Chamberlain was like, I think he said
Tens of
10,000. Yeah.
thousands,
So,
yeah.
Yeah, it was an
Crazy.
insane amount.
yeah. That just.
I mean, they're just ballparking though, because I would imagine you stop counting.
Yeah. How do you know at that
Yeah.
point?
You
Well,
do.
there's some young rapper.
You do.
There's like this young rapper the other day that
So,
said
Miss
he
Polly, what is that number up
1,006
there?
months.
I don't believe that.
1,006 months.
I definitely don't believe that.
So look at Miss Polly. I asked her number. She seems like she really knows, but she's
I
not
don't.
saying.
No, she said you do stop counting.
Oh, okay.
You do stop counting.
Yeah. All right.
Sorry.
So
All right.
1,006 months, an average of 166.66 people in a month.
So you're
That's
sleeping
a
with more than
lot.
one a day.
Oh
That's
yeah.
you don't have that much.
I don't think so either.
You don't have that much juice in you to
It's the
get to
same thing
5
with
people.
Will Chamberlain. Like I
Well,
think it was
maybe
like
you just
30,000.
don't come.
Well, what's the perk?
So you're just sticking it in anyone you can find.
Pretty much,
All
you know.
right.
Line them up, stick it in, stick it out. There
Life
you go.
goals.
I do believe that.
All right.
I do believe that, when you're a celebrity, I think that it's just, you got so many people, girls that are hanging on and guys. So there's girls who do stupid shit. Like there's 2 or 3 girls that'll get naked with one guy, or 4 girls, or orgy wise. I'm just saying, like, I mean, it's not everybody, but it's a majority. And these
Gang bangs happen.
yeah, exactly.
Oh
So,
my.
Well,
God.
on that note,
Put that
everyone.
on a t-shirt.
Gangbangs happen. That's a good quote, Miss Polly. I'll make sure
That's
to
a great
make that
quote.
That's a shirt and a hat waiting to happen.
Thank you for listening, everyone.
Thank you.